Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all keeping well. So what a mad couple of weeks it's been. Of course, losing 2-1 here at home at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium against Ipswich, then the international break, and then beating City 4-0 in the Premier League at the Etihad. We are back in Europa League action. Of course, the last time out in the Europa League, we lost 3-2 against Galatasaray. But before that, we won 3 out of 3. Today, we face Roma. Roma are struggling in Serie A, and they're also struggling, it's fair to say, in the Europa League. But Claudio Ranieri has just taken over for a third time as Roma boss. It's going to be an interesting one. Ange Postecoglou makes a lot of changes in this game, so let's see what happens. So I'm now in the stadium of Spurs fan Daryl. Daryl, how would you describe these last few weeks? Losing to Ipswich at home, and then of course going to City, beating them 4-0.
Do you know what, Chris? It's been up and down. No expectations as a Spurs fan, but it's just frustrating because we can go and beat City, Villa, and then lose to Ipswich.
Are you fully behind Ange though?
I'm 100% behind Ange. I think we need to give him time. I think he knows what he's doing. I think we need to trust him.
Yep.
And I just think that we need to get behind him and you know, see what happens in January. Long way to go in the season yet. Let's judge him at the end of the season.
Ange has gone strong tonight against Roma. Only 4 changes. Strong lineup. How are you feeling ahead of this game?
Confident. I think, he's put a strong team out, which I agree with. A couple of changes, but I don't think anything that's too drastic. I think confidence 3-1 win for me.
3-1? I'm going to go 2-1. Enjoy the game. Come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs.
So 3 minutes in, the referee is actually going over to the screen. Penalty given. Come on. Come on. Yes!
First goal for Spurs, scored in the 5th minute from number 7, Yo. Scored in the 23rd minute from number 92, Stefan El Sharel.
Come on!
Second goal for Spurs, scored in the 34th minute from number 22, Bremen.
So Roma have the ball in the net again in the 54th minute, another one that has been ruled offside. They've got the ball in the net again, 55 minutes, offside again. Fraser Forster has just made a fantastic save in stoppage time. And Roma have just scored 2-2. So the game has just finished, Tottenham Hotspur 2, Roma 2. I'm with my good friend and Italian journalist Simone Delumo. Simone, what do you make of the game?
Well, fair to say that the draw is a result that represents how the game went. Of course, Chris, I come from Italy, the country where they teach how to defend on set pieces. In Australia, maybe not. And once again, Spurs conceded on set pieces. Yesterday, I asked Claudio Ranieri, the manager of Roma, how to plan this kind of games. I suggest if you play Ndika, Mancini, and Hummels, you can hurt Tottenham because, of course, we know Tottenham very well. And the game was exactly what I was expecting. A very tight game. Spurs were, when they were 2-0 up, had got many chances to kill the game. When you don't kill the game, this kind of things can happen. But for me, the biggest teams are the ones that even if they don't kill the game, they don't concede at the end. This is what I think. Spurs need to improve. Under Pochettino, under many years, you had Toby Alderweireld, Jan Vertonghen, players like that, players like Hugo. They knew how to handle this kind of situation when the pressure is on you, when the opponents are coming to score the equalizer. And this is what happened. So Spurs need to improve this kind of basics, because this kind of basics are key, are absolutely key. Of course, then 2-2 against a Roma side, a bravery Roma side. They played with courage, they played well, but we are at the start of the competition, so I think that the draw is fair. It's not the end of the world for Tottenham.
Simone, how far do you think Spurs can go in this competition?
I think that they can go far if they know how to play in that kind of situations. On March, on April, it's gonna be long. For me, the most important thing is to try to finish into the top 8, because if you can avoid the knockout, the last 16, I think that it's gonna be a good signal for everyone at the club.
What was it like in the press conference yesterday with Ange, Udogie, Hummels, and of course Ranieri?
Of course, you got to know quite well that I'm not the biggest fan of Ange, but in terms of human being, in terms of history, it's an inspirational story for everyone.
You got him smiling though?
Yeah, I got his smile, and even because he probably does not know what I think about him and set pieces. But
what can I ask why you're not a huge fan of Ange? Because I feel like Ange Postecoglou needs time here. He needs the time, the patience, and of course he needs the backing to take this club forward. Because let's face it, we have gone round in circles under multiple different managers. Are you not feeling that?
I'm feeling that. I think that the team is improving in terms of playing what he wants to see, so attacking football. But of course, at the end of the day, we are watching the same mistakes week in and week out. We have been watching the same mistake week in and week out nowadays for 6 months, 7 months, and the start of the new season in terms of the defensive football that every team needs. I'm looking at the same mistakes that we made at the end of last season. So if you look at the way Spurs lost the North London derby with Arsenal on April, it was the same then when Romero lost lost Gabriel Magallanes, and Spurs managed to lose another derby. So if Ange fixed this kind of stuff, I'm Ange in, totally. But I think that in terms of human being, in terms of values, in terms of playing that kind of attacking football, I completely understand why Spurs crowd loves him. And this is an inspirational story, because we are talking about someone who nobody give him anything. So coming from Australia and being a manager in the Premier League is something huge, is something incredible, and I think that he deserves his unbelievable chance.
Of course, Spurs number one and Italian goalkeeper Vicario is now out. It looks like he's going to be out for a couple of months. Fraser Forster, of course, played today. How do you think he got on?
I think that he played quite well. The stop on Mancini in the injury time was amazing, but I'm a big fan of Fraser Forster because, of course, in terms of being professional, he's always been fantastic. He's always been fantastic. But I think that during his career, he's always been a very underrated keeper. I think that he's quite good. And I don't think Spurs in the last 10 years, 12 years, has ever had a so strong second keeper like him. I think that he's far better than Michel Vorm. With all the respect to Michel Vorm, I think that he's a very far better keeper than Gollini, than Michel Vorm. I think that he took his chance. He deserved to play. And I don't think in January Spurs will move for a keeper if he's not going to be a keeper on long-term distance.
Simone, lastly, who are the standout players for you on both sides this evening?
On both sides, I think that Angelino for Roma played quite well. When he plays against Tottenham, he knows how to match Tottenham, because I remember when he plays for Leipzig under Jose Mourinho, Spurs manager, to lose 3-0, and Angelino was unplayable on that night in Germany. What I would say for Spurs, I was really impressed by someone that no one talk about. Ben Davies, 10 years at the club. I absolutely love the guy. Absolutely love the way, the intelligence. He's so clever in his game. He was playing as a left back under Jose and under Poch. He was playing as a left wing back for Antonio. Now he, of course, with a different interpretation, with someone like Kench that loves to play attacking football. Now he's a centre back. No problem at all. He defended fantastically well. He played an incredible game at the 80th, anticipating Haaland in every occasion, in every chance. Yeah. So it could be easier to spell other names, Chris, but I really love the man because he's Tottenham. No one talks about him. He has been a loyal servant to this football club for 10 years. So, can
I ask you what have the Italian media made of Bentancur and Kulusevski? Because Kulusevski, in my opinion, has been one of our standout players this season. But
yes,
of course, a lot of the Italian media, and it's fair to say, including yourself, didn't think that it was a good move for Spurs at the time. But they have thrived under multiple different managers.
If you remember, I said too expensive. It was an incredible amount of money at the time. For us in Italy, there was that perception. 60 million pounds for both. At the end of the day, it reveals themselves to be a bargain for Tottenham. I wasn't a big fan of Kulusevski last season. This season, just like you were saying, has improved a lot. Has improved a lot, even in a different position. Because I share the same view and the same feelings of Ange. I think that he gives his best when he plays in a center position, when he has got the freedom to go to play with Sonny, to play with Pedro, to play with Destiny, to play with Brennan Johnson. So I think that Bentancur is another chapter, because the evolution of Bentancur under Antonio Conte, when he was playing as a number 8 attacking the goal, he was absolutely unplayable. He was after Harry Kane probably, he was the main man for Tottenham. This season, even last season, when he came back after that dramatic injury that he got to Leicester, I don't think we are seeing the best version of Bentancur, because I don't think he's a proper number 6, just like Ange wants him to play.
The Roma fans are certainly celebrating this draw here at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Simone, always great to see you. Have a great or a safe trip back to Italy, and look forward to seeing you again very soon.
Thank you, guys.
Come on, you Spurs.